The grandeur of the Great Steppe. Its fascination is unforgettable. Hearing the echoes on the Silk Road of long ago history, when our ancestors, the nomads, like waves succeeded each other and disappeared in time. At all times, people considered learning as a great blessing, a source of freedom, development, and prosperity. Kazakh scholar and educator Shokan Walikhanov mentioned that adoption of European and world educational structure, bearing struggles and disruptions, should achieve this aim and reach the final goal for every nation capable of development and culture. Today, Kazakhstan is a dynamically developing country. Our country's hosting of Expo 2017 International Exhibition confirms this fact. I think this is a well-deserved victory because your country's candidacy turned out to be the most popular and important for the global community. I'm sure that Kazakhstan will be well prepared for the Expo 2017. We are changing with the changing world. There is no successful development without intellectual breakthrough. By the initiative of the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, successfully developing leaders of national education, Nazarbayev University and Nazarbayev intellectual schools accumulate the best international practices. A leading role in the process of modernizing the national system of education and bringing it to the next level is given to professional development of a teacher, improving a teacher's status and image in the society. In accordance with the instructions of the President Nursultan Nazarbayev on May 24, 2011, the government approved conceptual approaches for reformatting the system of in-service training in Kazakhstani teachers. The establishment of the Center of Excellence of the Autonomous Educational Organization, Nazarbayev Intellectual Schools, has been assigned in cooperation with foreign partners to develop multi-leveled course programs using the best international and teaching practices. On July 26, 2012, during his visit to the University of Cambridge, the President Nursultan Nazarbayev mentioned that years of diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and Great Britain formed a solid foundation for cooperation and a well-established contractual basis. The President of the country outlined Kazakhstan's readiness to expand cooperation with the University of Cambridge, especially in the sphere of new technologies. Within the agreement, the Center of Excellence and the experts of the University of Cambridge Faculty of Education jointly developed and implemented in-service training programs the pedagogical staff of the Republic of Kazakhstan. The programs are differentiated according to the volume and complexity of the studying material, the scale of application of the acquired knowledge within the classroom school community system, and the level of teachers' practical research. These programs are developed in 3 levels: third, basic level; second, intermediate level; first, advanced level. Tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I'll remember. Involve me and I'll understand. These words are the key to understanding the basic idea of the course program. The peculiarity of University of Cambridge experts' methods is an interactive teaching of education, allowing a participant to gain knowledge himself and to be able to use them. Developers of the new programs believe that in order to improve the effectiveness of the learning process, modern teachers should develop in students' broad capabilities to express their thoughts, use computer technologies at lessons, use assessment systems which would motivate the development of independent learning. Accordingly, priorities of the programs are defined as the following: new approaches to teaching and learning, learning to think critically, assessment for and of learning, using ICT in teaching and learning, teaching talented and gifted children, responding to age-related differences in teaching and learning, management and leadership in learning. The following learning resources are being developed for each level of the program: Handbook for Teacher, Handbook for Trainer, Instructions for Pre-Course Tasks, School-Based Tasks, Handout Materials for each week of training. Center of Excellence, in cooperation with the British partners, trained a team of Kazakhstani trainers who received the certificate of the University of Cambridge International Examinations, and in the future they will pass on the acquired knowledge to Kazakhstani teachers.
The main difference is that we encourage classroom teachers to engage in research, so that during our face-to-face programs here, we are equipping them with the skill to be able to do that and some new ideas that they can try out.
A prominent British politician, Winston Churchill, said, "School teachers have the kind of power of which prime ministers can only dream." Thanks to the professional community teachers representing southern region of our country, share experience with the teachers of Uralsk in the west, with the colleagues from Semey in the east and Petropavlovsk in the north.
After taking the courses, I changed my views and set new goals. I found out that I want to know what the students think about. I observed the ways students analyze, express new ideas, and apply the acquired knowledge in real life. After these new professional development courses, methods and approaches I apply have completely changed. I try to pass the knowledge I have acquired along with teaching the students to learn independently.
You can reach a high level of achievements without putting pressure on a student and working in cooperation with him. Teachers should help him think creatively, support his endeavors, as well as take into account students' opinion and have a constructive dialogue with him.
Both teachers and students made changes with great enthusiasm. Students working in pairs or groups carry out tasks and apply methods of critical thinking, and also learn to analyze, come to conclusions, and find unconventional solutions for complicated problems. We joined the teachers' professional community of the Republic of Kazakhstan, and even after completing the courses, we actively participate in the life of the community. We share experience, new strategies, exchange information, and support each other.
Successful completion of in-service training courses ensures professional development along with financial motivation for a Kazakhstani teacher. On November 9th, 2012, a decree of the Government of the Republic of Kazakhstan providing that the teachers of educational organizations who completed the in-service training courses under the programs of Autonomous Educational Organization, Nazarbayev Intellectual Schools, and received a certificate for the corresponding level of the program are entitled to a salary raise that was approved on September 1st, 2012. Third, basic qualification level 30%. Second, intermediate qualification level 70%. Third, advanced qualification level 100%. A special place in the system of values of our society and family is given to our children's education.
My son is the 10th grade student. Recently, I have noticed his aspiration and interest for learning. I see him sharing his ideas with his little brother, their disputes and the ways they try to solve the problems. My son Danyar used to do mathematics with no inspiration. This year, his attitude to the subject has changed completely. He explains it by the fact that math lessons are much more interesting now. He says they work in groups and he takes an active part in discussing the subject. Also, he has no fear to answer in front of the class because he feels his group support. As a parent, I would like all teachers to work by this new methodology. And I wish all lessons to be as interesting as math lessons. My son is a very curious child, and thanks to the new teaching methodology used in English lessons, he has not only enriched his vocabulary, but also started speaking English more fluently. Also, my son's interest for learning has increased, and thanks to the new tasks, he expanded his knowledge in history, geography, and computer technologies.
In his article, Social Modernization of Kazakhstan, 20 Steps Towards a Universal Labor Society, the President of Kazakhstan, Nazarbayev, noted that successful reforming of the national system of education calls for measures for improving the quality of the managerial body in the system of secondary education. And in his speech in front of Nazarbayev University students on September 5, 2012, he highlighted that we will start practicing new mechanisms of local self-management in all schools.
Several teachers of our gymnasium have taken part in in-service training courses. I see that teachers conduct lessons in a modern way, organize students' independent activities, and are able to reflect on their own process of teaching. As a director of the gymnasium, I would like to see more teachers participating in in-service teacher training courses. На сегодняшний день, teachers of the regional specialized boarding school for gifted children Muroger are being trained at the professional development courses of NGO formation. Analyzing the activity of all teachers who have passed these professional development courses, we see significant changes in their work. It concerns approaches, activities, and selected technologies. The most important thing is increasing students' motivation for learning.
The implementation of programs in secondary schools caused great interest in educators of the graduate school. Today, the higher education institutions of the Republic face an issue of reconsidering the system of pedagogical staff training. International practice shows that educators' success formula is contained in effective basic training at the higher education institution and further continuous professional development.
Сегодня в стране
Today, our country undergoes a process of modernization of teachers' professional development system. I think that pedagogical institutions should carry out teacher training in a new way. In order to realize it, it is necessary to implement elements of new program into teacher training curriculum.
Сегодня школе нужен
Today,
учитель
school needs a teacher of a new formation, a teacher with his own vision of professional practice, and such vision needs to be formed within the pedagogical institutions. That is why we start implementing new approaches in teaching through elective courses in the framework of the higher education institutions component. We cannot carry on and train the teacher the way we used to, as the program is already being realized in the schools throughout the country.
In the course of the meeting with the student of secondary schools, held on December 1st, 2012, the President of Kazakhstan Nursultan Nazarbayev said, "Despite its young age, our republic is well known around the world, acknowledged by all countries and international organizations. Today we are a successful country with a sustainable economy. All of you witness development of Kazakhstan and its great achievements. Our country hosts outstanding international events. Recently, our country gained the right to host Expo 2017 International Exhibition. Kazakhstan provides all conditions for all-round development of young people because the level of science and knowledge determine any country's place in the world economy in the 21st century. Knowledge economy based on high technology and innovations is being formed. Your main goal is to get a good education." Education aligns nations with nations, a human being with a human being. Mukhtar Awezov.